There are about 10 things built into everyday American life that most people outside the US genuinely cannot believe are real. Not because they're high-tech or expensive, but because the entire system is engineered around one specific assumption, that you will never need to leave your car. Every single one of these features connects back to that same design logic, and once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it. We're going through all 10 today, and a few of them are going to completely change how you think about what convenience actually means. Number one, drive-through pharmacies. You've just left the doctor's office. You feel terrible, and you're holding a prescription. In most countries, that means finding parking, walking into a pharmacy, and standing in a line while you're sick. In the US, you pull up to a window, and someone brings the medication out to your car. Drive-through pharmacies have been around since the 1970s, and a lot of locations now skip the window handoff entirely by using pneumatic tubes, the same pressurized cylinder system banks used for drive-up cash transactions, except now it's carrying your prescription instead. Number two, curbside pickup services. Curbside pickup didn't get invented during the pandemic. The parking spots, the numbered bays, the app check-ins, all of that infrastructure existed in pieces for years. What the pandemic did was force retailers to wire those pieces together fast. The hard part was never the app. It was the parking lot. Retailers had to dedicate spaces close to the entrance, coordinate staff to run orders out on a schedule, and build a system where your car's location gets communicated to someone inside who then walks toward you. The store comes to the car. Some grocery locations built refrigerated staging areas and even cold lockers in the parking structure so your frozen food stays frozen while you're still 5 minutes out. The cold chain runs all the way from the shelf to your trunk, and you don't touch any of it. Number three, self-checkout grocery lanes. This is the one item that actually gets you out of the car, but what it does to the time you spend inside is worth understanding. A traditional checkout lane has a fixed sequence. You wait for the cashier, wait for the scanner, wait for the bagger, wait for the terminal. Self-checkout hands you control of that sequence, so you move at your own pace. The problem it's really solving isn't the checkout, it's the queue. A full grocery run in the US can easily fill a cart with 60 or 70 items, and everyone behind you is in the same situation. 6 self-checkout machines fit in the same floor space as 2 staffed lanes and push through more transactions per hour. The store gets better output from the same square footage, and you get back to your car faster. Number 4, pay at the pump gas stations. Before pay at the pump existed, filling your tank meant 2 separate trips between your car and the building. Once to pump, once to go inside and actually pay. The entire indoor visit existed just to hand money to a person and get change back. Each pump needed a card reader, a PIN pad, a receipt printer, and a live network connection, and that rollout happened across hundreds of thousands of pumps starting in the late 1980s. You swipe, you pump, you leave. Some stations now text you the receipt, which removes the one physical thing the pump still produced. Once paying moved outside, gas stations built bigger convenience stores because going inside became a choice, not a requirement. Number 5, mailbox flags for outgoing mail. The mailbox flag is probably the lowest tech thing on this list, but it's doing something that most postal systems in the world don't do at all. In most countries, you carry your outgoing mail to a post office or a street collection box. In the US, you put the letter in the box, raise the flag, and the carrier picks it up during the same stop where they drop off your mail. The flag is a 1-bit signal. Up means stop for outgoing mail. Down means don't bother. The carrier reads it from the road without stopping unnecessarily. That whole system traces back to a rural delivery program that brought mail directly to people's doors because traveling to town wasn't always possible. Number 6, mobile check deposit through banking apps. Depositing a check used to mean driving to a branch or an ATM, finding parking, and either waiting in a drive-through lane or getting out of the car entirely. The check had to physically travel from your hand to the bank's processing system. Mobile check deposit flips that completely. You photograph both sides of the check, the app reads the account number from the line of numbers printed at the bottom, and the deposit goes through without the check ever leaving your house. That technology originally ran in commercial settings, where banks gave businesses dedicated scanners to process high volumes of checks on site. A law passed in 2003 made a photo legally equivalent to the physical document, and the check became something you photograph once and file in a drawer. Number 7, automatic garage door openers. The garage door opener is the device that closes the last gap between your car and your house. Pull into the driveway, press the button on your visor. While you're still moving, drive in, press it again, and the door shuts behind you. You went from public street to inside your home without standing in the rain, without a key, without stopping until you're already parked. Early openers ran on a single fixed radio frequency, so your neighbor's remote could open your door. The technology moved through fixed codes, then rolling codes, then encrypted signals that change every single use. In most of Europe, the garage is detached or doesn't exist, and the car parks on the street. Number 8, large cup holders in vehicles. Early American car dashboards had no cup holders at all because cars weren't designed around eating and drinking. That changed in the 1980s and 1990s when automakers noticed people were already consuming food and drinks in their cars constantly, and the dashboard caught up. The size difference between American and international cup holders gives away the design intent completely. A standard large fast food drink in the US runs 30 to 32 ounces, roughly a full liter, while cup holders in Japanese and European cars are sized for a 250 to 350 milliliter can. Some full-size American trucks now have more cup holders than seats, with center consoles rebuilt to hold multiple 44-ounce cups at once. Number 9, in-sink garbage disposals. Most Americans assume everyone has a garbage disposal under their sink, and most of the world finds that genuinely baffling. You scrape food scraps into the sink, flip a switch, and a motor with spinning impellers grinds everything into a slurry that flows straight into the drain. A lot of countries have banned them outright, not because the technology doesn't work, but because their sewage systems weren't built to handle the extra organic load. American cities developed sewage infrastructure that grew alongside the appliance, so the two fit together. Number 10, ice and water dispensers built into refrigerators. The refrigerator dispenser is the clearest example of what this whole list is actually about. You press a button on the front of the door, cold filtered water comes out, and you never open anything. No bending down, no separate ice tray, no trip to the sink. Getting that to work requires a plumbing line running directly to the appliance,